Good evening, bowlers and bowling fans. My name is Alan Peters, and with me tonight is Jack James. We're coming to you from Baisley Lanes, Pine Street in Dartmouth. And Jack, this is our week 5 of the qualifying round in the number 730s mixed doubles. Would you like to perhaps introduce the lineup for this evening?
Well, Al, we got an excellent lineup here tonight. The scores are just out of this world. I mean, we're talking 740s and 729s and 600s. But first of all, we'll get to the women. Betty Tancock will be leading it off with a 530. Her high single for qualifying was 114. EDWINE EDGECOMB, I hope I pronounced that right, at 539. Her high single 116. They get SHARON MACRAY at 556. Her high single of 118. STELLA MACLANE at 568, high single of 127. And bringing up the rear, it's been on before, Judy at 570 with a high single of 133. Looks like an excellent match here between the women, Al. Then you look at the men, and you got Bobby Judy, who was leading it off with a 638 in his high single of 140, followed by Jim McLeod at 648 in his high single, I believe, of 136. Jeff Betts at 677, I think that is, Al, and 146. Brian Moore at 729 and a high single of 178. And then you've got Bill Black, who will be bringing up the anchors spot at 740 and a high single of 164. So looks like the men is really going to be a shootout tonight, Al.
Yes, Jack, all top bowlers tonight. Very high qualifying rounds between the ladies and also the men. And I think most of these people have been on this show before, so they should be relaxed. The pins are loose. We should see some real big scores tonight.
I think so, Al.
Let's get back to the bowling, Jack.
Oh. Okay, Al. We'll just get our wires straight here. We're into our 5th week here at Baisley's and Pine Street in downtown Dartmouth. It's the number 730 qualifying for the mixed double event, and I believe our prize money for that, Al, is $1,200.
$1,200, Jack, plus bonus money. Right now, on the right, we've got Betty Tancock, qualified with a 530. On the left, Bob Judy, qualifying with a 638. Betty Tancock threw her first ball. Here's her second ball now. She has a spare chance, Jack.
A very tough shot. Al, it was a diamond shot. She hit the pin on the nose and left the 5 pin, but Bobby's got a good chance here.
Here's Bob Joudry's second ball. He should be routine. Oops, should be, but then again, it's not an easy game. Here's Betty, picks up her 10. Good 10. Bob Joudry trying for his 10, and he makes it.
I was going to say, Al, for the viewers out there, if you hear that thumping in the background when Bobby's up, don't adjust your anything around the house. That's just Bobby bouncing the ball before he releases it. And that's that thump you hear.
Here's Betty's first ball in the second box. This is a one-string event this evening. Bob Joudry's first ball in the second box.
Betty's got a tough shot down here. She's got the 5-7-9, and she's got wood off to the right there. And I think with the type of ball Betty throws, she might play that wood on the right. Oh, great try.
Here's a good shot. Look at that. And that was a difficult shot, Jack. That was not an easy shot.
No, he hit it very, very cleanly, and the wood came over and took the 7th in.
So after 2 frames, Betty Tancock at 19, Bob Judy 20, and with 1 ball working for him. Now we have EDWINE EDGECOMB on your right. EDWINE qualified with a 539. Very, very strong bowler. Slight pause here. We have to reset one of the machines. She's going to be bowling against against Jim McLeod. Jim McLeod qualified in this series with a 648. Here's EDWINE's ball.
Good hit.
McLeod punching out, but EDWINE has an excellent chance here for her spare. Makes it. There's Jim McLeod's second ball. Oh, he went through the hole. That's going to be costly. They're very, very competitive bowlers this evening, and a shot like that's going to hurt any time. Anyway, he comes out with a 7 box.
I think this is Jim's first time on, Al, and I think he had a tendency to be a little nervous.
I would think so, Jack. I know you and I are petrified, so...
Edwina's got a bonus ball working for her.
Okay, let's see what Edwina can do here. Very good. Picking up a 6 on her spare. Jim McLeod, first ball in the second box. Gonna have to work hard to get a 10 out of this, but he can do it. Here's Edwina's second ball. Picks up one more. She has 3 standing. Here's Jim McLeod. He has 3 standing, so both bowlers after 2 balls have 7 pins down. Edwina just waiting for her ball to return. It does, so she's just getting ready now. She slips by there. She has to settle for a 7 box. And so does Jim McLeod. And that could be very, very costly for both bowlers. Now we have SHARON MACRAY coming up on your right. And on your left, Jeff Betts.
I think this is Sharon's third or fourth time, Al, and she's bowled really well. I think she got beat out one week by 1 pin with a fine string, I believe, of 111, 112.
Well, Jeff Betts not fooling around tonight. Gets the first strike, and with that he wins a case of Coca-Cola. Compliments of our good friends at Coca-Cola.
That was well hit, Al. You look down there in the plate, he only left 3 pins on there. That was a good strike.
And SHARON MACRAY will settle for a 9. Well, our case of Coca-Cola didn't last long tonight, Jack.
No, as a matter of fact, last week, Al, the strikes were very plentiful. I think it did go in either the first or the second box, but the pins are very loose now. It's starting to get a little cooler out in the evenings. We're taping here at 5 o'clock, but when it gets a little cooler, the pins get fall a little better. Bonus money here, Al.
There's Jeff Betts on his strike. Picks up 7. He's looking at a spare here, Jack. Here's SHARON MACRAY's shot. Difficult shot. And that was probably about all she could hope for there, Jack.
Tough shot. Ooh, good hit there by Jeff.
Jeff McLeod picking up 9 on his strike. Or Jeff Betts, rather, I'm sorry. SHARON MACRAY, a fine 10. There's Jeff Betts' third ball. So he picks up a 9, so after the 2 boxes, SHARON MACRAY 19, Jeff Betts 28. That's the leader at this point. Here we have now, on your right, Stella McLean, no stranger to this show. And Brian Moore.
Good action here by Stella McLean. Hit down the side, Al, left the 1-2.
Here's Stella's second shot. Ooh. And Jim McLeod's second shot.
Stella missed that very badly for Stella.
She settles for a 9 box, and Jim McLeod picks up his 10.
The pins look very loose here tonight, Al. Some of the breaks off the side.
Pins have been very loose lately, Jack. We're seeing a lot of big scores here in open bowling, in the league bowling, and in the various TV qualifying matches that we're running in the Pick Your Partner on Sunday mornings. We're seeing real big scores here.
Good shot for Stella. A little wide.
I noticed that a lot of our leagues, a lot of our bowlers, their averages are up close to 10 pins this year over last year. One fellow that comes to mind is Jim Gore. Another is Russ Fougier.
Yeah, but they've been practicing all summer.
But no, Jack, the pins seem to be loose here. I don't know why, but they're loose, and there's real big scores, which we've seen in the qualifying for this round tonight. The men, these 5 fellows tonight, their qualifying scores for 5 strings have ranged anywhere from 638 to 740. For the women, from 530 to 570. So they're definitely scoring very, very well.
This is Judy Soward that we're looking at right now. Al and Bill Black, who round out this match here tonight for bowling anchor. Good shot here for Bill Black. 5-7, good wood.
This should be routine, Jack. And it is. Bill Black, very steady, smooth bowler under competition. And then Judy Soward picks up her 9.
Well, we've got 4 marks in 18 boxes. That's not a bad start, Al. You know
that's a good start, Jack.
You know that some of the bowlers are going to be a little nervous the first 2 or 3 boxes.
Good hit there by Judy. Her second ball could work very well for her. Here's Bill Black. He's on a spare. And he picks up 6 on that spare. He'd be happy with that.
Judy's got the 4, the 8, and the 10, Al. She might play it off the end of that wood. Ooh, great try. I think what she was trying to do there was hit the 4 pin a little more full than that and chip it over onto the 10, but it's an excellent try by Judy.
Bill Black had a difficult shot there, but he did get 1 down. Here's Judy Soward. She's picking up the 10. Puts her 19 after 2. Here's Bill Black. He has to settle for a 7, but nevertheless, he's 23 after 2 boxes.
Well, we've got a good crowd here tonight, Dale, but they're very quiet and watching some good bowling here in the first couple of boxes.
That's right, Jack. We're seeing good bowling, but the crowd tonight are quiet. Some nights they almost blow us out of the building here.
Well, they have their favorites, and when they're on, they like to cheer for a good hit there by Bobby.
Bob Jodry, 9 on his first ball. Betty Tancock.
Shot here for Bobby.
Here's Bob Jodry joining for the spare. Oops.
Very
Let's
close.
see what Betty Tancock can do here. Oh, a good hit. She almost spared that up. Jodry picking up a 10. Here's Betty Tancock's 3rd ball in this 3rd frame with this 1 and only string. And she gets it.
Well, Betty Tancock's pinning very well, Al. She's got 2 10s and a 9 for 3 boxes, 29. Bobby Jodry's at 39, 9 over par, but he'd like to have that pass box that he just missed here, the 7 pin, or 10 pin, I should say, back, but however, it goes right back.
Well, they're still falling for him.
Good shot here, Al, for Bobby. He's got the 3, the 6, and the 9. Good wood in the middle there.
Union makes it.
Good out there for Betty.
After 2 balls, Betty has 7 pins down. But she has to be dead on this one to make it. And, well, came out with a 9. So after 4 boxes, Betty Tancock, 38, Bob Jodry, 49, with 1 ball working for him. Now we have on the right, Jim McLeod. He's in. Edwina Edgecomb. Here's McLeod's 2nd ball. Edwina Edgecomb. She was 23 after 2. McLeod picks up a good 10.
Well, that's the ball he wanted to throw second. Al to pick up a spear down there. Anytime you get the 4, 7, and 8 together, it's a fairly easy spear.
This Mike mentioned, Jack, while we're waiting for the pins to reset, about a new promotion at Paisley Lanes on Pine Street every Friday night and every Saturday night from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. It's called Rock and Roll. The music is playing. It's the hits of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. The music is supplied by 92 CJCH. There are prizes, which pizza, coffee, donuts, videos, free bowling. Should be a lot of fun.
Oh, it sounds good, Al.
Every Friday night and every Saturday night, Paisley, Pine Street, from 9 until 12.
That sounds like a heck of a fine promotion.
So put on your dancing shoes, Jack, and get down here and ball.
I might take you up on that.
I don't know if you can dance and ball at the same time or not, can you?
There's a good 9 there for Jimmy.
So, a pair of 9s for Jim McLeod and Edwina Edgecomb. After 4 boxes, Edwina is 41, and Jim McLeod is 33. Now we've got Jeff Betts here on your right, and Sharon MACRAY on your left.
Oh, good hit there by Sharon.
She's got an excellent spare chance. Here's Jeff Betts, his second ball. The 4 horsemen, he got 1 down.
Shot here that Sharon's got. Uh-oh. Oh, hung on.
You were almost going to say, Jack, that she wasn't going to make it. I almost caught you.
Well, it was breaking awful quickly there, and she just caught the nose of the wood, and it was enough force to take it down.
Sharon MACRAY off to a good start after 3 frames. She's 29 and open. That was Jeff Betts. Here's Sharon MACRAY. She's on a spare. And
good
she picks
action.
up 9 on it. She has to be happy with that. Let's see if Sharon can get a double spare here. She's got a difficult shot. That wood, whoops, she makes it. I thought that wood might work against her, Jack. So Sharon MACRAY, 2 spares in a row. After 4 boxes, she's 48 and open with 1 ball working. Here's Brian Moore. Against him, Stella McLean. Brian Moore's second ball.
Oh, great shot.
Spare for Stella McLean. It's back to her usual style, Jack.
Well, we're seeing some good shot making here, Del. And
we're seeing good bowling, Jack. We haven't seen a ball yet tonight off any more than half an inch or so, I don't think.
Now, this is the kind of bowling you like to watch. You don't like to commentate too much because we're fairly close to the bowlers and they can hear you.
So Stella McLean on the spare, Jack. She picked up a 7.
She's got a little bit of a tough shot here, Al. She's got the 2, 5, and 8. There's a sleeper in behind there, but she hits it pretty full. She should get it.
And she does. 2 spares in a row for Stella McLean. Okay, Jack. Now we have Bill Black on your right. He's 28. I'm sorry, he's 23 after the first 2 strings. Picking 6 on his first ball. He's against Judy SOWARD. A shouldn't say against her, because that's not really true. Because the format of this series is that the top 2 men tonight move on to the next series. The top 2 women move on to the next series. So what we have tonight, we want to have of the 5 men, we want to have the top 2 are going to move on, and of the 5 ladies, the top 2 are going to move on. So here's Judy Soward's 3rd ball.
Judy had a good breakthrough, Al. She had the 1 and 8 and just missed the... That would have done it.
Well, she picks up a 10. She's 29 after 3 boxes. Just 1 ball short of even par.
I might say right at this early in the match, Al, the women are pinning the men here. The women are pinning very well.
Well, we're seeing a lot of that, Jack. Recently, I noticed on the ATV show, which is on now on Saturday afternoons, that the women there, I would have to say, probably all the men mad at me now, but I think the women bowled better than the men in that series. So I noticed it on this series. The women seem to be very strong, very consistent bowlers.
Well, the bowling was fantastic, though, Al. People don't realize that they were brand new pins, eh? And I know the bowlers out there that are watching the show, that they know that when you bowl on new pins, it's fairly tough for the first 5 or 6 weeks until they get broke in.
Well, these pins here, Jack, they're probably just about the right age. They're probably about, just going from memory, I'd say about 3 years old, so they're probably just broken in now at their ideal.
That's right, Al, and as you get older, they get better.
Just in life, same as in life, eh?
Betty Tancock. Betty's got to get on that front pin, Al. When it breaks like that, why hit the front one?
Here's Bob Jody. As you say, Jack, Bob has a tendency to drop that ball.
Well, I've known Bobby for a few years, and I think the first time I ever met him on the lane. Good shot here.
Oh, excellent shot. Betty Tancock picking up a spare in the 5th box.
It's going to have to hit this out high on the nose, right-hand tip, right about there. Oh,
well, Jack, he hit it just where you said he should.
Well, he flew that wood right over by the 10, but for some unknown reason, it just bounced back and never even touched it. But it was an excellent try there by Bobby Jody. Got to have a little luck, too, Al.
So, Jody picking up the 10. He is 65 after 5 boxes, 15 over par, so he's in pretty good shape. Betty Tancock now, she's on the spare in this 6th box.
Let's see if Betty can get on the front pin here and get a good count.
Oh, she does. Picking up 7.
She's waiting for that wood down there, Al. She's got a tough shot, 4, 5, 7. And I think what she might do here is probably play the 2 on the inside. She might gamble and play the wood.
Here's Bob Jody's shot. He's looking at the 5-8.
No, I think that's a 2-4, Al.
2-4? Well, I tried, Jack. He's got it.
No problem.
Lots of marks going up here on the board.
Bobby Jody has 3 marks and 6 bounces. He's 15 over par, Al, and
with 1 ball working.
And we still, I think, so far only giving away $25 in bonus money, and I know you've got a bunch of it.
No question.
Well, with our new money now, Al, I'm starting to use our Canadian Tire money now. It's all the same. I can't tell the difference. Oh, great shot there.
For anyone that just joined, this is week 5 of the qualifying of the number 730s mixed doubles. I'm going to select 2 men tonight, 2 women to move on to the next round of the number 730s mixed doubles.
Oh, great 10 there by Edwina. Might say that Barry Sowers here, talking to his wife right now, giving her a few lessons, and the way Barry's bowling this year, I think he can give a bunch of us a few lessons.
see. We'll watch EDWINE EDGECOMB here with her second ball. 6 box.
It's good out there by EDWINE. Good shot here for Jimmy. Missed the front pin. Yeah, and after tonight, we'll only have 2 weeks left for the qualifying.
Might mention too, Jack, this has been a very popular series. The qualifying has been very strong to date. I think this past week is when the slowest will be drawing after the show. I think we had 50 qualifiers this week, but the weeks up until now, we've been running about 100 qualifiers per week. So it is a very popular concept, this mixed doubles concept.
Well, here's Sharon MACRAY. She's got 2 marks in a row. I'd like to see her go for the bonus money. Good ball.
Good hit. There's Jeff Betts.
That one got away from Jeff. Tough shot for Sharon, but it's makeable.
Ooh, good shot.
That's 3 in a row for Sharon. One more, and she gets herself
Sharon
$25.
MACRAY. 3 spares in 5 boxes.
Sharon's bowling right now for 5 boxes. Al is 65 for 5 and has a bonus ball working for her.
She's tied with Bob Jodry. She's your top female at this point in the game. And here's Jeff Betts. Look at that. That's his second strike, Jack. Jeff started off, he got a strike in the first frame. So Jeff Betts, 2 strikes in 6 frames.
Well, Sharon was trying to steal that one. Al, all the fans were pulling for her to get that 4th mark, but however, she'll settle for a 10.
So Sharon MACRAY, after 6 frames, 81. Jeff Betts, 64 with 1 ball open. Now we've got Stella McLean.
I was 81 last week, Al, for a whole string.
Stella McLean, she's on a spare. But she only picked up 2, was it, Jack, on there?
I believe she got 1.
1, was it? I might just mention, with the angle we're at, it's not quite as easy to see the pins as from your TV screen.
Good shot here for Brian. He's got the kingpin, which we call the 5. Anywhere around the red band, he should have it.
And he got it. Here's Stella McLean. She settles for 9. Nevertheless, she is 50 after 5, even par.
Well,
I'm sorry, she's 55, is it, Jack?
That's right, it's 55.
For
Except for Sharon MACRAY, all the women are having a pretty good battle here, Al. They're all very close.
Sharon MACRAY has pulled it out in a pretty good lead, Jack, because you say the others are all neck and neck.
6 on Brian's spare. Seven for Stella and 8 for Brian.
Okay, Jack, but now we have on your right Judy SOWARD. She's 39 after 4.
Pinning very well. She needs a mark, though, Al.
She hasn't hit a mark yet, Jack. She's got the 4 horsemen left. Here's Bill Black's first shot. He's 40 after 4.
Look out.
Ooh, a big strike.
What pin fell last, Al?
Good question. I'll have to have the replay on that one.
Yeah. That was a
See
good hit
what
there by
Judy
Bill.
SOWARD can do. It's Judy Soward picking up a 10. It's her 49 after 5. Bill Black is 50 after 5 and open on a strike. 2 balls working for him.
Now, Judy's, for some reason, is off to the left tonight, but she's getting good action off the sides, Al.
Let's watch Bill Black on a strike.
Another one, he gets $25.
This is a good chance for him to pull ahead here with a good lead.
Look out.
What you think he's going to do, Jack?
Well, he had a great shot there at double strike, and that's worth 25, but however, he left the 5-pin, and this one's got to be a little tricky, Al. That, I think if he hits it around the red band, the ball should bounce or take the
Bill's
pin.
been after a slow start tonight, and he's just the type of bowler, he's not going to let that happen. So he picks up a spare on a strike. And this should help to put him close to second position.
Well, the men are having quite a battle here, Al. And, you know, you got Bob Jodry at the top at 75, 15 over. Jeff Betts at 4 over, open on the strike. Brian Moore at 62, and Bill Blank at 70. And you've got Jim McLeod at 51.
Here's our leader right now, Bob Jodry. He was on a spare. He picked up 5 on that. So that puts him 80 after 6 boxes. 20 over par.
Oh, great shot there by Bob Jodry.
Betty Tancock could hit there.
There's a wobbly 8-pin.
Jodry's third ball. He settles for an 8. He's 88 after 7. Betty Tancock picks up a 10. She is 75 after 7. So Jack, we've got a good horse race going here tonight. We have leaders, of course, but no one really that far out in front. Anybody's got a shot at it.
And we're going to see some exciting bowling. We're in the 7th and 8th frame here, the leadoff bowler, so we've got quite a bit of bowling left here, and I think it's going to come down to the last couple of boxes to decide our 2 women and 2 men. Good shot for Betty. She's got the diamond plus the 7-pin. Good shot. Look out. Great shot.
Ooh. The big spare for Betty Hancock.
It's a good place to have it, Al. She's open in the 8th, and there's 2 boxes remaining, but she's got a bonus ball working for her.
That's just when she wanted it, Jack. That's Betty's second spare this evening. Now we've got Jim McLeod. He's 51 after 6. And here's Edwina Edgecomb. Edwina is 60 after 6, even
Good
par.
action here. Well, Jimmy's got to get her going here. He's got to get a couple of spares, Al, to get in the ball game here.
The ball game or the bowling game?
Little wide.
You've been watching the World Series too much, Jack.
I love it. Good try there by Edwina.
McLeod slips by for an 8. There's a good shot by Edwina Edgecomb. She picks up her 10.
She's going to need a mark
She
here.
is now 70 after 7, still even par, bowling very consistently. She's had 1 strike only, so she's been pinning very, very well. 1 spare only, rather.
He's going to get them all.
He does. That's the first mark for Jim McLeod.
That was a good hit there by Jimmy, and it's a good place to be open. He's down a few pins, Al, but anytime you open on the strike and you throw a double, you're right back in it. And good shot there by Edwina. Left the 8 and 10. Tough 10 down there, Al, but it's been made.
I suppose next you're going to tell us you made that shot once, Jack.
Not that I recall, but back in my younger days, I made a couple of shots with deadwood. But I know if we had Colleen on, she'd make that shot.
No doubt.
How's her average, by the way, Al? Is it...
No, she's getting up there. She had a 309 the other night, triple 309. That was her.
Was that 2 strings or 4?
I'm not sure. So she wanted me to mention that in the air tonight, and I said I'd be too embarrassed to mention it. So anyway, she'll be happy you get that in there for her. What's going on with the Forbes League, Jack? Any?
Oh, we're having lots of fun. We got Lawrence Myers out, and in case anybody doesn't know Lawrence Myers, he's the little fellow we have working up in our leasing department. Did very well. I think he bowled a 43. That's one whole string.
Pretty good.
Yeah, and then he had a 55.
That's better.
And then I think he went all the way up to an 88.
That's best. So anyway, the game, we're having a good time, are we?
Oh, having a ball. We're just having some great fun.
Hats off to you, Jack, too. You organized that league, and I'm sure if I could speak on behalf of the members of the league, they'd all like to thank you very much for organizing that league, because you're giving them a lot of fun every Sunday night.
Well, our attendance is just enormous. We like it. Everybody seems to enjoy it, and that's the #1 topic Monday mornings at our meeting.
What is it, a 10-team league, is it? Or
12-team.
12-team league. 60 bowlers.
Well, this match is getting very close here, and
Well, we'll be going to the scoreboard in a minute, Jack, as you know, and then we'll just see exactly who's where. That was Brian Moore. Here's Stella McLean.
good hit. She might get this, Al. This Wood's going to take it. No problem. Well, it goes to show you, Al, that I think that's our 3rd or 4th strike tonight. And when you're on the head pin, these pins will fall.
You want to believe it.
And they're very loose down there. Well, that puts Stella in the ball game. She'd like to get another mark on top of this, but I'm sure she'll take 8-9. Bad ball there by Brian.
Well, Stella has 7 on her first ball of that strike, Jack, and
Stella's got the 1-3-10. A little wide. What a 10 here by Brian Moore.
Good 10 for Brian Moore. And a 9 for Stella McLean. So Stella McLean, after 8 boxes, is 88. Pretty good bowling. Now we've got Bill Black.
Well, Bill's got a chance to get Bobby here.
He's on a spare. He had a strike, and then he had the spare on the strike. Let's see what he can do on the spare. Makes it count. Picks up 6. He's after JUDY now, isn't he, Jack?
Well, a couple of 10s he'll tie Bobby. Bobby's our leader right now with the men at 96, 16 over par for 8. Look at this shot. Ooh, great try there by Bill Black.
Here's Judy Soward's second ball now. She's taking her time. She wants a spare.
Now, she's got to get a mark, Al. She's pinning very, very well. She's 57 for 6, but she needs a mark.
Bill Black picking up the 10. Judy Soward picking up her 10.
Well, Judy's at 67, and right now you've got Betty Tancock in second place at 85, Alan. She has a bonus ball, and the leader is 99.
Okay, here we are in the 8th box. Bill Black on your right. He's 86 after 7 boxes. just about got a strike. He leaves the 8-pin, and he'll knock that off, no doubt. Here's Judy Soward.
There.
On the object pin, should have hit it. But she's got a real good spare chance. Let's see if Bill Black can knock off this 8-pin and pick up his spare. Whoops.
That was the L. I think that is, I know it's tough angle here. I think that's a 4-pin. Good shot. Ooh. That ball broke at the last foot, Al. That's a big miss there for Bill Black. That could come back to haunt him, Al. He's got a good game going there. He's 95.
That ball will not count, Jack. At least from my angle.
Yeah. Well, there you have it, Al. We completed 8 boxes, and it looks like a very, very exciting match.
This might mention there, Jack, what happened on that shot was Judy Soward's last ball just slipped into the gutter before it hit the deadwood, which knocked down the number 10 pin. So that ball did not count for Judy. She has to settle for a 9 on that last box. So, Jack, are we going to go to the scoreboard?
Right. Okay, Al.
Okay, Jack, you're going to give us a rundown on the scoreboard. I saw you just did a quick calculation there just to see who's in first.
Well, Al, it's going to be a very exciting finish here. We're looking at the men right now. Bobby Jodry, who was at 96 for 8 boxes. He's 16 over par. He's in first place. Jim McLeod, who got his first mark in the 8th. He got a big strike there. He's at 69 with 2 bonus ball working for him, but he's 27 out of second place, so he's going to have to get another strike in there. Jeff Betts, who started with a strike and got another strike in the 6th, so won the case of Coke. He's at 87, but he's only 8 pins down from second place. Then you got Brian Moore, who was at an even par 80 with 1 mark. He's 15 out of second. And Bill Black, who missed the 4-pin there in the 8th frame, and this could come back to haunt him. It was a single pin all by itself, but he missed it very cleanly. He's in second place, but he's only 1 pin down on Bobby. So the guy to watch here is Bill Black, Jeff Betts, and Brian Moore. If they get a couple of marks, they could sneak right in there. As far as the women's concerned, Al, this is going to be a real shootout here. We got Betty Tancock, who was at 85. She has a bonus ball working for her in the 8th, but she had 1 mark out with 7 on it. She's 5 over par, so she's dropped 2 pins through 8 boxes, and that's what it'll do for you. She's only 3 pins out of second place with a bonus ball working for her. EDWINE EDGECOMB, I believe that is, Al. I hope I pronounced that right. She's at 79. She's 9 pins out of second place. She only has the 1 mark, which she started with. SHARON MACRAY, who is just setting the world on fire here. She's leading the men, leading the women. She's at 99 with three spares, and she's in first place. STELLA MACLANE, who is at 88. She's in second place, but here again, Betty Tancock, who's only 3 pins down, has a bonus ball working for her, so she could bump Stella here. And bringing up the rear, Judy Soward, who had a golden opportunity there in the 10th or the 8th frame. She had the 10-pin L, went down, the ball just broke. She missed it very cleanly. She is 12 out of second place, so it's going to be a good fight coming home, Al.
Well, Jack, we're seeing a real good match. As you say, it's still anyone's game. We do obviously have 2 clear leaders in first and second positions, but the number 3 spots are right on their heels. Number 3 could easily upset number 2 with no problem whatsoever. So we don't really, I think we probably do have a clear leader. Well, I was going to say clear leader in the women, being SHARON MACRAY. She's at 99. She definitely is out front with a pretty good lead. However, with the men, Bob Jodry is in first place with 96, but everyone is right on his heels, so we don't really have any clear leaders at this point, I wouldn't think, with 2 boxes remaining.
No, that's right, Al.
Well, let's see what happens, Jack, with the final 2 frames.
Well, here we go, Al. I think Bobby right now would like to get a mark in one of these 2 boxes, and Betty Tancock would like, she's on a mark and would like to get a bunch on this, plus another mark.
It's Betty's first ball. Good hit.
It's a good one.
She's left with a mess. Here's Bob Jodry, your leader right now in the men's division. Ooh. That
1,
shot hurt.
8, and 9. Now, Betty's got the 4, 6, and 7, Al, and she's got wood, and this might go. She's going the right place. She's got it. Great try there by Bob Jodry.
Jodry came out of that pretty well to be left with only 2 pins after that shot. And a good 10. An excellent 10.
Well, Al, I always was prone to say that there's never a good 10 down there, but sometimes you have to swallow what you say, and that was a good 10 there by Bobby.
Wasn't it? That was about as difficult as 10 as you'll ever get. Here's Betty's shot. She's on a fair, and she picks up 5.
Another punch.
So here's Betty Tencock's second shot. Difficult shot. She almost got it.
A good shot by Betty there.
Here's Bob Jodry's second ball, and he's got a real mess down there. Oh, he almost made it. He got 4 and just missed that 5th pin.
Well, there's 2 excellent,
The wood flying in front of it.
excellent shots here by Bob Jodry.
And a nice 10 for Betty Tencock. And a good 10 for Bob Jodry. So Betty Tencock finishes up with a 117. And Bob Jodry with a 116. I think the women are showing off here tonight, Jack.
Yeah.
I told you that earlier, and you got mad at me. You wouldn't talk to me anymore. There's EDWINE EDGECOMB's first ball. She has 6. She has the 4 horsemen left.
Needs a double.
There's Jim
Look out.
McLeod.
Good hit there by
Jimmy
McLeod. Edwina needs this. No. Tough wood here for Jimmy.
Well, here's EDWINE EDGECOMB's third ball. See if she can get 10 out of this, and she does. Jim McLeod settles for a 9. EDWINE EDGECOMB after 9 boxes, 89. She's been very consistent tonight, Jack.
Very consistent. She started with a Markel, and then she had a 7 box, and she's been nothing but 9s and 10s all the way through. But what you got to do in this game, you got to get on the head pin at least 7 or 8 times of the 10 boxes, like that. You hit the head pin, you're going to get your chances. Oh, he lost that, Al. We heard about that.
Bad luck there for Jim McLeod. He went over the foul line. He had the strike, he has to reset, and he has 2 balls left.
Good try there by Edwina. She hit that good. He comes right back.
Oh! Well, if anyone deserved a strike there, Jack, it had to be Jim McLeod.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to give him a spare, Al, but it was a double strike, but unfortunately he was over the line, and that's the rules of the bowling game. You've got to use the rule book and enforce the rules. People are playing for a lot of money.
So he has 1 ball left.
Look at this. Well, if he'd have been throwing that ball all night, Al, I'm sure he would have had 170.
Well, that's it, Jack. It was a very slow start, but at the end, he really started pouring it on. As we just saw, 29 pins down with 3 balls.
That's right. Exactly. That would have put him right in there.
And he just slipped over that line by about 2 inches, unfortunately.
Sharon's still throwing a good ball. And Jeff Bett's going to have to get a mark or 2 here, Al. He's down 8 pins, 2nd place.
Jeff started off quite strong. He's hit 2 strikes in this game, Jack.
And he's been fairly consistent around that head pin. He's leaving a few picket fences down there like this one. This one's makeable. Good shot. He's going to get some action. That was a great shot there by Jeff Betts. Left a wobbly 10.
So he loses that ball. So a 9 for Jeff in that last frame.
Well, he needs a strike spear to tie Bob Jodry. Jeff right now is at 96. He got 1 box remaining, so he's going to need a big marker with a good count on it. Tell you, Sharon MACRAY is at 107 for 9 boxes of hell, bowling very well. She's got the 2-6 here, and if she hits it on the left-hand side, she should kick over and take the 6.
She does. Sharon MACRAY will be one of her winners tonight. Sharon is 119 with 1 ball remaining. 117, I guess, is it, John?
I have 117 with 1 bonus ball.
117 in the bonus ball.
I'd like to get 8 on it for 125.
And she gets 6 on it for 123. Excellent string for Sharon MACRAY.
Well, Stella McLean right now has a shot at Betty Tancock. She's at 88, so if she bowls 210, that gives her 108, but she's down 9 pins, so she's going to need 1 mark with a good count and 10 to tie, or 2 marks to move into sole possession of second.
She was in second position after 8 boxes, but that has now changed.
Well, she's got a good chance here. 1, 8, and 9. Good wood in there. She's got to be on the front 10 to make it. And there's a nightmare for Brian Moore.
Very key shot here for Stella McLean. Now that hurt her.
She hit it well.
Here's Brian Moore. He was in 4th place after 8 boxes, so he's sort of struggling at this stage. Stella McLean, I think, just sort of lost her hopes there, Jack.
Well, what Stella needs right now, Al, is she's at 97. She gets a spear strike, or strike spear, whatever. She'll tie with Betty Tancock, and we'll have a roll-off for second place.
She needs
Brian
21
Moore.
pins to place second now.
Brian Moore needs a double strike.
So that's the end of Brian Moore for this week.
He'll have to come back
Stella
and requalify.
McLean has to get a spare here, Jack, as you say, and then a strike on the spare. So that's it for Stella. For this week, we might mention these bowlers all have a chance of requalifying, which many of them do. So the bowlers who do not make it this evening can requalify and come back and bowl again in another week. Since we're in the qualifying rounds only of this number 730's Mixed Doubles Championship.
Okay, Bill Black should be home free here. He's at 95. He's 1 pin down on Bobby, who's in first place, but looking at Judy Sowers, she's going to need 2 marks. 2 marks to move into second place. She's at 76, 4 under par. She needs 22 extra pins. She has a chance there.
Look at that.
A lot of strikes here tonight, Al. That's a second strike for Bill Black.
I think you can say tonight that that puts Bill Black certainly in number 2 position, if not number 1.
I think that will probably make him
Probably
number 1.
number 1, Jack?
I would say Bob Jodry and Bill Black are your qualifiers tonight for the men. Well, if Judy throws his triple strike, Al, she'll lose by 1 pin.
For the women, we're going to have Sharon MACRAY and Betty Tancock.
And Sharon MACRAY is high for the, well, of course, Bill Black's got a chance to beat her out here. He's at 115 with the box remaining and working on a strike.
So the high single tonight will be by Bill Black.
Well, right now he's thinking bonus money. Another strike, he gets $25. He was trying. That's Judy's first mark, and gets a big hand from her husband, who's in the background. Well, I think that your high singles are going to be by Sharon MACRAY, 123. Bill needs them both to tire. Bill Black finished with a 122. Just wait for Judy here to throw her bonus ball. She's at 96 with her first mark. Pinned very, very well, Al, but just couldn't get that second ball working. So she'd like to get 5 or 6 on this to get over the 100 mark. She got 3. Looks like a 99. So your winners tonight in the women were Betty Tancock at 117, and your high women for the night was Sharon McCrae at 123, EDWINE EDGECOMB 99, Stella McLean at 106, and Judy Sauer at 99. For the men, your top bowler was Bill Black at 122, followed in second place by Bob Judy, 116, Jim McLeod at 116, Jeff Betts at 106, I should say Jim McLeod at 106, and Brian Moore at 100.
Okay, we've just concluded the match, and the format we're following in this series is that for those people who attempt to qualify every week, we put their names in the hat, and whether they make it on the TV show or not, we pick out the names of 2 women and 2 men, and each of those people receive $25 each just for qualifying. So tonight, to make the draw, we have with us Barry Soward. Barry, would you please pull out the names of 2 women? As I say, each of these women will receive $25. And what are their names, Barry?
Kathy Pinio and Sharon McCrae.
There, thank you. Now, we'll follow the same procedure. In the other hat, Jack has the names of all the male qualifiers. So, Barry, if you'd pick out 2, and then announce these names.
Bob Betts and John Graham.
Great. Barry, thank you very, very much. So that's our draw. Each of those 4 people will receive $25 cash just for qualifying. Jack, do you want to wrap up?
Well, Al, it was just an excellent match, a very intense match tonight, I thought. The crowd was right into it. The noise was quiet. They watched some good shot making here. The scores weren't that high, but there was some real good bowling, and you got to take your hat off to Bill Black. He was high for the man with 122. He'll definitely be in, and Bob Jolry at 116, Jim McLeod at 106, Jeff Betts at 106, and Brian Moore at 100. And Sharon McCrae was just right on tonight. Threw a real excellent ball. She was high at 123, and in second place was Betty Tancock at 117, EDWINE EDGECOMB at 99, and Stella McLean at 106, and Judy Sauer at 99.
Great. Well, we've got 2 more weeks of qualifying. Anyone that would like to come in to qualify, come to Basie Lanes at Pine Street. It's $5 only to qualify, and that's 5 strings. And it's your chance to get on TV and make some money and have a lot of fun. Your regular host, Bruce Stephen, is out of town tonight. He will be back next week. So next week, it'll be Jack James and Bruce. And Jack, I'd like to thank you again tonight. And
thank you, Al. You did an excellent job.
So on behalf of Jack James and all the gang here at Basley's, I'm Alan Peters saying good night and thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.